Hello guys, my name is Ayodeji Michael, and in this session of the course we are going to be learning on how to work with Python programming. But before that, what is Python programming? Python programming is actually a programming language that allows us to do amazing things. You can actually use Python for many things, such as web development, app development, data science, data analytics, automation. Even Python is being used in AI development. So in this class, we are going to learn about how to work with the syntax in Python programming. So the first thing we need to know is that in order to write our Python code, we need an environment. And Google actually provides a means by which we can actually write our Python code, which is the Google Colab. So just go to your Google and type Colab research. Colab research. Sorry, that is okay. Colab research. So now you're going to click on the first link there, which is Welcome to Collaboratory. So we're going to click on it now. So it will actually bring in some options. So if you are not signed in yet, just make sure that you sign in, and if you need to sign up, make sure that you sign up. So I'm going to be creating a new notebook, which is this. So I'm going to come to File. Can you see File here? You click on New Notebook. So now, if you're having Jupyter Notebook or VS Code, you can also work with it. It will actually work. So the first thing I'll do here is this. I'm going to change the title and call it Python class 1. So now, let me just walk us through on how to work with the Jupyter Notebook and the Google Colab. So whenever you want to save your code, just come to File, then click on Save here. Then whenever you want to run your code, just press, once you write your code in, just press Display button, it will run it for you. So whenever you want to create more cell, just come down here under code, then click it will create more cell. So make sure that, so once you run it for the first time, it's going to connect, somewhere around here. So it's going to connect, so it might actually take a while in your first run, but later it will be fast. And make sure that your data is connected. That is, if you are using the Google Colab, it's actually an online interface. So let's talk about string. So in Python, there are data types in Python. So data type is more like how we write things. You know, when we talk about data are information, but types are, what is the type of the information? Is it a string that is in like a text, or is it a numbers? So we have the string, and we also have the number. So whenever you actually send a message to your friend like "How are you?", that is actually a text message. So in Python, we regard that as being a string. So whenever you want to write a string, you need to start with a quote before the text, and a quote after. So you can just put your text. Just press. You can type "Hello world." So if you want to run it now, just come down here and run it. So it's going to print out the text for you. So you can actually start it with a double quote, and also with this. And you can start it with a double quote and end it also with a double quote. You can also use a single quote as well. If you type "Hello world," if you run it again, it's still going to give you the same answer, the same results rather. So you can also use a triple quote. If you actually write it now, "Hello world," it will still give you the same results. So can you see it now? So this is how to write text in Python. So if I can write "How are you doing?" So if I actually run it now, it will still work. So let me just explain. So whenever you want to write a text in Python, we call it string. Whenever you want to write a string, you write the first quote. You put the first quote there, then put in your text within it, then close it with another quote. If I actually run it now, it will give you the results. So now, in order to reuse this result, we can also store it in a variable name. So variable name is just like an ID that you actually give to it. Let's say, for instance, you can have a variable name like name to be equals to Deji. So you run it now. So whenever you call on Deji, it will reference the value that you actually store on that name. So if I actually run it now, call on name, it will give me Deji. So with this variable name, it will allow us to do amazing things, like maybe we want to concat, that is, we want to join two names together. So let's take, for instance, let's say we have a variable name called first name to be equals to Deji, and another variable name called second name which is equals to IO. If I run it now, it's going to run. If I call on first name, it's going to give me Deji. If I call on second name, it's also going to give me IO. So what if I want to join these two names together? How can I do it? I'm just going to say first name plus second name. So you can see that it actually combines with a DG IO. But if actually, what I need to do here is I need to separate it. So I'm just going to join it with an empty string. So let me just create an empty string here. So I'm going to call this one space equals to, so that is space. So whenever I call on space now, you'll see that it will just give me an empty space. So that means that I can just join it with space. Then after joining it with space, I can now join it with the second name. So if I run it now, it's going to be Deji space IO. So that is how it works. So now, and for string, we have so many methods. That is, methods are just methods are just what you can actually do with that string. For instance, let's take that you actually have a name. Let's call it name2 to be equals to Deji. Now this name is written in small letter. If you actually want to make it to be in capital letter, all what you need to do is just say name2. There is a method called upper. So you write upper, then you put two brackets there. So if you actually run it now, it's going to give you the name in capital letter. So let's say you have name3 to be equals to IO, and you actually call on name3 dot upper. It will still give you in capital letter. Can you see it now? But let's have another name called name4, which will be written in capital letter. If I call on name4 now, don't forget it's going to give me in capital letter. But what if I want that name in small letter? That will be name4 dot lower. If I run it now, it's going to give me the name in lowercase. So now, if I actually want to bring out all the methods associated with the string, but before that, let me show you how you can actually know whether a particular value is actually a string or not. So what you just need to do is you type, then you put that value inside it. So if I actually put passing Deji inside it now, if I run it now, it's going to tell me that this is a string. So you can actually use the name also to get the type, because the name is referencing the value there. So we can actually have type of name4. If we run it now, it will still give me string. So now, method associated with string. Okay, now, so for the method associated with string, if I want to bring out all the methods, you just need to write dir, then you put in the value. So let's say Deji. So if I run it now, it's going to give me all the methods associated with it. And we've actually used one of it, unlike two of it. We've used lower. We've also used upper. So let's try to use title now. The title. So let's have a name to be equals to daily. So if we run it now, it's going to run. And if you actually call on s.title, don't forget we are using title. So what title does is that it will capitalize the first letter there. So if I run it now, you'll see that it will capitalize the first letter there. So also, I can actually pass in the name directly without the variable name, and I can use the method with it, .upper. It will still give me the same results. So that is all about this class. So in the next class, we are going to move to the next topic. Thank you.